Great catching with my next guest, Jamey-Lyn Horth, back in action, short notice, taking on Miranda Maverick, UFC Tampa, finishing off the year strong. Jamie, how you doing?
Great. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm super excited for this amazing opportunity. The UFC has been great to me this last year and a bit, and I'm excited to get back in the cage so soon and maybe enjoy myself a nice, good Christmas gift.
Yes, and of course, it's been a struggle for you to get fights, so this is nice to see you get a quick turnaround. And of course, we spoke after your last win, and you kind of spilled the beans in that one that you got this fight. So how have things gone basically since we last spoke? Because obviously, right after we spoke, it was full gear for Miranda Maverick.
I feel like this is a really great opportunity for me for multiple reasons. I've never, as we know, had multiple fights back to back. I've had a hard time securing opponents and having consistent fights throughout the years. So I'm really excited to be able to just sort of roll out of one fight uninjured and, my engine's primed, ready to go and roll into another camp. And it's so awesome to not have to go through camp and try to be getting in shape for the rounds.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the rounds. I don't have to worry about my engine. And I didn't, at the end of last camp, but I feel like I'm finishing last camp off at the high and I'm starting this camp at a high. So I'm pretty excited to see, how this portrays out. And, my body's feeling fucking amazing and I'm ready to go. I'm fired up.
Yeah, I can tell. And by the way, where am I getting you today? You're working out, obviously. Squamish, or where are you at?
I'm at Squamish Barbell. This is my strength and conditioning gym here.
Oh, cool. Wow, that's nice.
Sort of like the powerlifting side behind me. You see some of the big balls we use, some of the big logs.
Oh, cool.
We've got some Icelandic stones, some Hasselfella bags, sandbags. It's all the crazy stuff on this side. We do my coach is super old school on this side, a little bit of Louis Simmons, West Side barbell sort of style. And we got all the specialty bars and the strongman sort of stuff. So I do a lot of unorthodox movements, and I think that sort of helps me out. And, it portrays really nicely into the MMA world.
Yeah, I was going to say, because how you have to fight and grapple and all that. It's different movements than your typical sports, so that makes sense. I'm jealous of the selection. I'm at Trevor Linden's Fitness here in Tawasin. We don't get nearly enough the selection there, so that's pretty cool. You got a variety of stuff. But I spoke to Miranda last week. I was telling you about this, and she told me that right after the fight was booked, she actually sent you a message. What was that exchange like? I think she was my understanding was very appreciative that you took the fight, because she's had a hard time getting opponents too. This Tracy Cortez thing, it just doesn't seem like it's going to work out.
Yeah, I haven't really followed along with that, but I did see that they've had a couple fallouts. She did reach into my DMs on the people, the folder that you don't really ever see, and I always go through there, and sometimes I get people send me really nice messages, and I get some pretty strange ones and some funny ones. So I was surprised to see that she'd messaged me. So she just basically was very polite. She just said, thanks so much for taking the fight. You seem like a really cool person. And I said, fuck yeah, let's go. Let's put on a show. So
there you go.
I was kind of stoked that she didn't trash talk, because I'm not really much of a trash talker.
Right.
I'm always down to exchange some words. So I'm pretty excited to face her face to face and meet the man behind the message.
Yeah, a very Canadian exchange, which I like. We're not known for our trash talk, right? So that's cool to see, and honestly, that's it's going to make for a good fight regardless. We're looking forward to this one. So now that you've had a chance to kind of study her, 19 fight veteran, she's been in there with some of the best. How do you feel like you match up against her here?
I feel like this is great. I feel like her stature and sort of her style is sort of similar to some of the other girls that I fought. Veronica Hardy was very, short as well, different style, left-handed, which is something that I've fought for the last 4 or 5 fights now in a row, and a wrestler. And, Loopy's back, and Colin Dane, Olympic wrestler himself, coaching me in the corner here. So it's been a wicked camp, and I think that it's kind of going back to my roots. I started out fighting all these girls that were 5'4" and shorter, and when I got to the UFC and just before my fight getting into the UFC, there were girls about my size. So it'll be nice to kind of go backwards and sort of, I feel like, back to my roots and, take on a challenge like I have my whole career. I've always fought people, more higher ranked than me and more experienced. So I think that this just kind of falls in line with the original Jamie.
Yeah, cool. Okay, well, that's great. And yeah, just kind of staying on camp, who else have you had a chance to work with? So Loopy is back, so that's cool. You get to work with her. Who else have you had a chance to work with?
Yeah, same, keeping it consistent. I got Sonia from WKX, Rhythm from TriStar, Mel Zeman, who's a 125er up and coming, had a couple early finishes this last year as well out of Universal, and Rachel Hoffer, she's out of Titan MMA, a few other girls that just kind of come around, and we sort of banded together. Shortly before Loopy got back, Mel and I and stayed consistent. I helped prepare her for her fight. Then I got a fight. She was there for me. And, we've got this wicked group of 6-7 girls that meet twice a week and cross train and give each other the looks that we all need and study each other's opponents. And, we're surrounded by coaches, Dan, Casey, Jay. These guys are all here. Everyone's in the corner coaching us 24/7 and watching over us. So it's been an awesome fight camp. Super happy to have the basically got the band back together. So that works.
I guess is Loopy complaining about the weather? It is pretty cold here now, coming from Mexico, right? Not ideal weather this time of year.
Yes and no. She does say it's cold, but she also has a dog, and I think as a fellow dog lover and animal lover myself, it's hard to complain about the cold when you're outside and you see your loved one enjoying the weather. So I think that sort of counters it. But yeah, I think she prefers the warmer climate, but she also is a dog lover, and we go where our dogs go. So.
Yeah, go year round, which is great here. And by the way, it's not that cold. It's like I would describe it as hoodie, like more of a thicker hoodie weather, but not quite winter jacket. Like that's where we're at right now. For me anyways, out here in Tawasin anyways, it's not that bad.
I'm right off the coast. We all are, but I come right off the ocean. I get that breeze right where I live downtown.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I get in my car in the morning, and I'm wearing my down puffy when I walk the dog. I like to go out for about an hour or so every morning with the dog, and it's 7 a.m. So it's pretty cold at that point.
Yeah.
A little bit colder than just a hoodie, but yeah.
Okay.
I enjoy this weather. I think it's great.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I grew up with it, right? So it's just like you're kind of used to everything. So your corner, one thing I was going to ask you, Jeremy Kennedy just fought. He's obviously based in Vegas. Or no, you're going to Tampa. Never mind. I was thinking Vegas for a second. Who is going to be in your corner? That's kind of what I was trying to get at.
We got the Jays back together. Jeremy, Jesse, Jay, and Jamie.
Okay. So cool. So Jeremy, because I know Jeremy obviously just fought, so that's cool. He's going to come out with you to Tampa.
Yeah, Jeremy's been there since the day I got into the UFC. He was right away. He just said right as soon as he found out that I made the cut and I got the call. Him and Casey, we've always had a good relationship. Even though he's been down in Vegas and stuff, he's always been super supportive and vice versa. So he's always said, "Hey guys, I'm here whenever you need me. Just let me know what you need." And unfortunately, he didn't have the decision that we all hoped he was going to get last week. But right away, he messaged me and he said, "Hey, let me know where and where." And so he's always in. He's game. He's always excited to be there. And as we all know, he's a grappling master. He's a wall master. He's JBC. So I'm super excited to have him and the rest of the guys, my consistent guys, Jay and Jesse, who've been there too. So I'm super stoked to have this guys back together.
When are you heading out? Because obviously there's the time change, and Tampa's not close to Vancouver by any means.
No, it's a little bit of a trek, but it's a 3-hour difference. So we leave on the 10th. So I get there Tuesday. Cool. Same fight week, Tuesday. And I sleep well. I'm a sleeper. I sleep 8-9 hours, no problem. I have no issue acclimating to time changes and stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. How's this one playing out in December 14th? How do you see it going down?
I don't know, man. I'm just really excited to be able to, display some stuff that I hadn't get displayed in my last fight. That last fight was sort of, the whole fight camp team was prepared sort of how that fight played out. And it was a fucking grind. And not that I don't want to do that. I know I can do that. I'm looking to put some my striking on display and keep that range and, show a bunch of the tools and utilize them that I haven't got to really show the UFC and hopefully get an early finish.
Did you get a new contract with this, or is this still the same contract you're on?
Yeah, this is a new contract, so this will be the first of my fights. Yeah.
That's got to feel good. I mean, I know, obviously you knew that because I think your other contract was up, but I mean, that's got to feel great that you're sticking around. A lot of people don't get that second contract, so you must have been happy with that.
Yeah, like I said, the UFC's been nothing but great to me. My Iridium, Jason House, Jeremy, Jacob, Simon, all those guys at the Lance at Iridium have been nothing but great, supporting and keeping me on my toes and on the right path. So I knew that they had my best interest in heart, taking this fight short notice and up a few steps. So they secured that new contract for me. So yeah, lots of things to look forward to. I got job security. I've got some longevity in the sport, and yeah, you just never know. I mean, there's been lots of cuts, before people's contracts have been finished, and I'm fortunate enough to, be offered another contract. And I hope I don't. I'm not going to say I hope, because I know I'm not going to disappoint, and I'm going to make sure that my name's in that top 10 in this year.
There we go. Good mentality. One more thing I wanted to mention, just because this happened between the last time you and I talked. It looks like they're going to Seattle at the end of February. Is that something that 3-hour drive, go down the I-5? Not bad for drive from home, right?
Yeah, it's not a bad drive. I'm really hoping that maybe Loopy gets some news and hope she can get put on that card.
Yeah.
A duo and head down to a fight camp together, and if not, at least support her through a fight camp and be there to be a part of it. But yeah, Seattle's like our neighbors next door, so I'd love to go over and boil a cup of flour and hang out.
There you go. Sounds good. I'll let you get back to the workout. Thank you so much, Jamey. If there's anyone you want to thank, sponsor, social media, I know you got a lot of them. I'll give you the last word.
I just want to thank everybody, my therapist, my sports team, for everyone in this quick turnaround of making sure my body's primed, ready to go, strong, stable. All my training partners for coming home and putting their bodies on the line and, doing things that they normally wouldn't do, but doing that for me because I would do it for them. So my team, all of them from the top to the bottom, Squamish as a whole, as always, supporting me. Just everyone that's involved, everyone that sends me messages, supports me. And I'm excited to go to Tampa and bring some love.